Hello, I'm Soap, and today I'm going to be talking about the new Mermaid update, which is chapter 2 of the Season of Honor. This is such a big update, so I'm going to try and cover basically everything in the update. Sorry that this is a bit late, it's just that I had to let it settle a bit so I could actually understand what's new and how it all works. First, let's talk about quests. On the side of your screen you can now see your quests. You get pearls for logging in every day, and you have golds, quest. There's also a bunch of other quests you can have, but most of them use mechanics that we already did. They all have trackers, so they're not particularly hard to get your head around. The newest one is the whale quest. It wasn't my quest for today, so I don't have footage for it. Basically, you just turn the tracker on and then follow for a very long time because it's quite far away and sing out the whale. I like this new feature, it just means we get a lot more pearls at the beginning of the game. The only thing that's changed with Gold's quest is that hide and seek now has like a different area. It's in the same area, but they changed the way it looks to incorporate other minigames. Okay, let's talk about token minigames. I'm calling them token minigames because a lot of the new things to the game I'd class as minigames, so I'm just putting them into little sections. So if you talk to Dasher, you can buy new emotes. You can also buy tickets from them for 500 pearls. With these tickets you can play the new minigame, the harp game, which I don't really understand how to play, Periot's drum game, which is the one where you memorize the drum pattern, which we've had for a while, and Gretel's like cup game with the hermit crabs, which we also already had, but now you have to pay tickets for them. And with these tickets you get pearls and sand tokens, which you use to buy emotes. Now I'm going to talk about what I call the orb minigames. So first, the raindrop minigame is literally just bubble popping, but now you get like raindrop points, and with these points you can get a raindrop orb. This is basically not really anything new because bubbles have always appeared at night time and when it rains. Second minigame is the jellyfish minigame. You get bloom points from the jellyfish. How to do this minigame is just teleport to the path of the jellyfish and then you sing the note that's in the jellyfish. Some of them are quite far apart, so I recommend like jumping so you're faster and get to the end of the jellyfish path. The more jellyfish you interact with, the more pearls you get from at the end. The most important one is the stingray minigame. You can track a nearest stingray and then follow them. They're quite fast, so you have to try and catch up with them and then sing the note which is inside them like the jellyfish, and then you'll get moon bond points, and when you get 85 of any of these points you get an orb, and once you have all 3 orbs you can make a trident. Okay, let's talk about crafting. So there's 3 common items you can find around the map. They're just scattered randomly. These are seaweed, shells, and coral. You can only have 30 of each of these and you use them to craft stuff. Other stuff you use to craft with are the orbs you get from the minigames I just talked about. To craft, you have to wait until nighttime and find Echo, who is the merman who lives inside the shell. At the moment you can make 6 things, 4 instruments, a trident, and a moon conch. I'll talk about the purpose of each of these items. You also need pearls to craft. Unfortunately, the trident is very expensive to make. It's 13,500 pearls. All the other items are 3,000 pearls. The purposes of crafted items. The moon conch speeds you up when playing the stingray minigame. It doesn't make you any faster outside of this minigame. I can't really tell if I'm that much faster, but I've made it anyways. The instruments change the sound of your notes and they make them golden. I mean, at least the flute does. I don't have the other instruments, but I'm assuming they do the same thing. And the trident's obviously a weapon. That being said, I'm going to talk about combat now. There's 4 waves of attacks. I can barely get past the first one if I'm honest. And there's 2 beginner weapons. Everyone starts with a sword, but if you're more interested in using projectiles, then don't equip the sword and you'll be able to play with a flute. I personally prefer the sword, but I'm bad either way. If you fail, you're able to reattempt this every 5 minutes. I'm assuming there's a reward for completing all 4 waves and then you level up or something, but I haven't got there yet. Let's talk about new tails and accessories. So obviously we have the Moonlit Air set is 2,250 pearls per tail. Then we have the Celestial Cetacean set, which is 2,750 pearls per tail. Then we have the Peculiar Stripe, which are 300 pearls per tail. And when there's new tails, there's new accessories. So we have a Moonlit Air bodice, Moonlit Air adornments, and Ocean Veil, a new face called Crescent Angel, 4 new hairs, the boho braids, the sea fairy, the wave crasher locks, and then the anemone locks. Also there's a Trident you can buy for 50,000 pearls or 750 Robux. You have to buy this before the season ends. As well as this, there's a code you can redeem, like in every update. It's part 2 with a capital P and no space. You get 3,000 pearls for this, which I find quite generous. There's also the code Dolphins Come Back Soon, capitals for each word and no spaces, which gives you 500 pearls. Okay, I actually did manage to get the Rebirth Trident, and I've got to say it's much easier to use in combat, but I still need to get better. I wanted to see what type of reward was at the end of the waves, but I still haven't made it past wave 2. So that's it for my video. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe.